Okay, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I am actually kind of on schedule, like I said I would be. And today, we're gonna get through Wonderland, hopefully, while we collect the evidence to clear Alice's name. This stupid Cheshire cat does not get in the way. I always hated this cat. Oh, him and his cryptic musings. So, interesting little thing. I've noticed that it's picking up more and more traction as time goes on. And as people play Kingdom Hearts 3. Yesterday I mentioned the Sleeping Realm theory that was written by a few guys, but it was primarily written by one person. I can't remember his username or whatever it is that he goes by. He doesn't use his real name. But the point is, I read more of the Sleeping Realm theory, and it was very convincing, I thought, until it started getting into the weird sort of reaching that Sora and Riku have some kind of hidden romance, and that it was Riku's act of true love that allowed Sora to sort of reset the timeline and erase the events that took place in the Keyblade Graveyard, where everybody was defeated fighting Terranort and the Demon Tide. Now, again, like, I thought the theory was pretty solid myself. It certainly had some interesting points and some things that were very convincing about Kingdom Hearts 3 taking place in a different world line. A world line where Sora defeats Master Xehanort. Because a lot of the Sleeping Realm theory includes GIFs and pictures from the game as visual evidence of the claims that are being made in the theory. And themes like young Xehanort's cryptic dialogue in Toy Box are touched upon and supported with the Sleeping Realm theory. And it was things like this that made me think this was actually a pretty well thought out theory. You know, I said yesterday, I give them credit for coming up with this, but then the theory sort of weirdly devolves at around page 200 something, where it just becomes a way to ship Sora and Riku, which, you know, that's fine, but it kind of takes away, I think, from the hard work that was actually put into the rest of the theory at least as far as the idea of the sleeping realm goes, because it really just becomes more of an opinion piece than a theory supported by evidence and findings. So it's kind of strange that it took that turn, because it started out very strong, that included, again, pretty solid pieces of evidence that, well, I did not notice that the drop sound was played when Riku and Mickey were in the Realm of Darkness and they got defeated by the Demon Tide. I did not notice the drop sound played. I did not notice the drop sound played when Sora went to Mount Olympus. Now, the reason this is significant is because obviously you know, dream drop distance, regardless of your opinions on that particular game, was very important to the overall plot of Kingdom Hearts, and I think you know, the sleeping realm theory, a lot of it is predicated on the premise of dream drop distance and the idea of dropping, obviously. So I think that it's a really interesting theory when it's focusing on being a theory. When it turns into fan fiction is when they lose me. But otherwise, it is a really interesting theory, really interesting to think about, because, like I said, much of it is actually very well supported. What? What? Okay. Anyways, I don't know. I don't think that
this should help.
It really matters in the grand scheme of things, because regardless of what the reason is for the events of Kingdom Hearts 3, I know, at least in my eyes, that I still like the game, regardless of whether this theory turns out to be true or not, regardless of any of the theories. Honestly, I like the game, and that's really all that matters at this point. But it is cool to think about and interesting to read a lot of this stuff as we wait for the next Kingdom Hearts game that will inevitably probably be on an irrelevant console like the Switch or, you know, something, because there's not many handhelds out right now that Nomura can decide, okay, well, this isn't a numbered title in the series, so let's just put it on a handheld device. So I expect that the next Kingdom Hearts game will probably be on the Switch or some other obscure console, or maybe it'll be a browser game like Union Cross. And I actually expect that it'll come out fairly soon. And when I say fairly soon, I mean late 2021. Let's hope that we choose the right piece of evidence here, because this is really annoying to do without Donald and Goofy on Pride. I mean Proud, excuse me. Of course! Why should I expect anything less? Amazing. Amazing. Let's take them, you guys are in cages. And I also read something that was pretty accurate as far as Kingdom Hearts 3 goes. I read a pretty hilarious take that said Kingdom Hearts 3's biggest flaw is that it's not Kingdom Hearts 2, which is more or less exactly right, because all of the criticisms with Kingdom Hearts 3 are basically just a way of saying it's not Kingdom Hearts 2. I wish it was Kingdom Hearts 2. I see so many people calling for data organization battles and another lingering little boss fight. And again, I shouldn't have to keep saying this. But for some reason I do, because the anti-fanboy culture has just gotten so out of hand. I love Kingdom Hearts 2. I played it more times than I can count, but I don't want Kingdom Hearts 3. They want a prettier version of Kingdom Hearts 2. That is the majority of the criticisms boil down to that. And I will say that in fairness, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was a perfect game in terms of gameplay and the mechanics. Very rarely are games that fluid and that responsive. So I understand to an extent. So the question really becomes, you know, do they want something new, or do they want the same thing but presented as new? And so much of what I'm seeing is just that they didn't want Kingdom Hearts 2. They wanted, they didn't want Kingdom Hearts 3. They wanted Kingdom Hearts 2 completely remade, basically.
Come on.
Which is weird. You know, and I think a big part of the pushback that's going on here is that Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix was not released in North America until 2014. So that was really the first time that any of us here in North America were exposed to critical mode. And critical mode is obviously a big deal within the Kingdom Hearts community, because it is, in my opinion, critical mode is the best hardest difficulty of a game in existence. It's so well balanced, it's perfect, and the great thing about critical mode is that it did force you to learn how to play the game and understand and learn all of its mechanics and what strategies work best for you, and encourage the player to be creative with their strategies. And I think that the problem is North America got critical mode so late
This should help.
that Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix got such a huge second wind here in the United States particularly, especially among speedrunners. Because if you really take a look at who is the loudest in the Kingdom Hearts 3 discourse, it is the pretentious speedrunners. Because the game mechanics are not suited to their lightning-fast style of playing through the game. And look, speedrunning's cool. I appreciate the idea of it. You know, but I really don't understand the whole situation, because so many of the criticisms apply to pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game, in the sense that it's cutscene heavy. I don't know. I've talked about this for so long, but I'm just tired of hearing about it, and I'm tired of, you know, people trying to take away from the entertainment value and joy of others. You know, if you don't like Kingdom Hearts 3, that's fine. Nobody is saying that you have to like it. But do not try to suck the joy out of it for everyone else. It's just mean. I mean, it's not even really that it's mean, it's just that it's unnecessary. You know, I don't know. Silly me for wanting, I guess, a world where we could all just enjoy a game series that we love. But, you know, hey, I guess that's just too much to ask in today's current climate. Now, if I am not mistaken, this... Yeah, okay, I thought so. But I don't have any of this stuff. I do have an elixir, but I don't know if that's worth it. Potion, I'll give you a potion.
This should help.
Then I got a high potion. Well, I'm probably really not gonna use elixirs this early in the game. So, let's go elixir. Wait, what?
Here!
Oh. That was not worth it at all. Wow, okay. I know that this white Trinity mark gives you Lady Luck, the Keyblade, but obviously I have not unlocked White Trinity yet, so that's not going to be the case.
Come on!
Hi. Let's see what this is, because... Okay. Sure. At least this is more experience.
Come on!
I'll share some. This is the bizarre room. Wow.
Come on!
I just realized that I don't have scan. That's weird.
Come on!
That is pretty bizarre. Okay.
Come on!
Yeah. See, I remember some of the secrets here. Oh, perfect. Okay, go back. I remember some things, guys. See, I remember. Now these things I really, really hate.
Deep freeze!
Oh, okay.
See ya!
Alright, fine. I didn't want any mystery goo anyway. Goodbye, sir. Okay, so very merry on birthday, and then have the jump, the height. Sit down to get your breath. Yeah, I know this is preset with what you get as far as the rewards. So I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the other three are all enemies. So
Come on!
and then we see the stupid cat again as he taunts us with his stripes. Ugh, stripes are disgusting. Stripes are just not a good look on anyone.
Come on! Come on!
Max AP, maybe I can equip scan. I think I actually have a pretty good ability that I probably equip. It was some kind of combo finisher, I think. So here we go. Is there anything up here? No. Fantastic. It's too dim, we need to make it brighter. What next? One more lamp, etc. 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 Shout out to James McAvoy on the Split, etc. etc. Might go after that doorknob too. One of the rare times Kingdom Hearts actually gives you a sense of direction, because otherwise this game is pretty awful at it. I believe this will take me to... Yes, the final chest here. Good. And it's Thundara G, which is completely useless to me. But... that's okay. Let me just go back here and check something.
Come on!
So, how many of you guys watched that live-action Dora the Explorer trailer? That is that was something else, I'll say. I mean, I just personally, I just want to know how the hell they got Benicio del Toro to voice Swiper. How do you get an actor of this caliber to even be a part of that movie? That's so strange to me. But, whatever. Moving on. Not here to get carried away with the film discussion like I did yesterday. What did I talk about? Oh, I talked about us. Another funny thing about us is that a lot of that movie takes place in Santa Cruz, California. And you know, people from Santa Cruz are pretty weird, so... it's different over there, for sure. You know, they're not your typical beach town. Especially not a California beach town. I keep thinking I have Cure and I don't. Huh. Okay, so I think I did everything here. I went through the painting. Oh, that stupid teddy bear I didn't do anything with. Because I did the thing there. Oh god. I did the thing here. Let's say. I turned on the water. Hey, how come? Whatever, Goofy. You never heal me. I see how it is. I see how it is. So I think I did everything here. I keep doing that. I keep doing that. Okay. I'll probably just come back to this at a later time when I have high jump and glide. For now, we're going to go fight Folded Paper Arm Man, also known as the Trick Master. That's technically his official name. But before we do that, oops. I don't have scan. Okay, that's kind of shitty. Okay. Well, let's save, and then I'm gonna go get some electrolytes real quick, and then we're gonna fight Trickmaster. Okay, on to the Trick Master. One of the most frustrating bosses in the entire game. Just because his hitbox is so small, he is so tall, and our jump is not nearly high enough at this point in the game. The Kingdom Key does not have the best range, so this fight can be really, really drawn out and frustrating if you're not prepared for it. Considering I didn't load up on potions, I'm probably not prepared for it, so that was poor preparation on my part. I'm just gonna hang out here. Just gonna come on. Whoa! Hey, don't. That wasn't. Oh. Okay.
Come on!
Oh, Jesus. Folded Paper Arm Man is not his real name, just for the record, I just call him that. He is the Trick Master, which is... It's an appropriate name, because he's full of shenanigans. As you can see, he's absurdly tall, and my jump is not very good. So, you know, the more shenanigans we get from the Trick Master, the more annoying it is. Who wants to place a bet that Donald's gonna die? Alright. Shit. Oh, look at those deflections. Those were godly. Except for the first one, obviously. Oh my god. Sora, please. I don't need a high potion yet. Those deflections, oh my goodness, those are so sensational. Nobody has to tell me how good I am. The work speaks for itself. Thank you. Wow. Amazing. Ifrit's horn. Amazing. Just amazing.
What a racket. How's a doorknob to get any sleep?
These random gummy block drops always were really weird to me when I first played this game as a kid. Well, yeah. What does this do? Reduces fire damage by 20% and raises max AP and defense. Yeah, let's do that, because... I don't think that the protect chain is much better. And, ooh, the gummy ship. Oh, I bet everybody is so excited. I know I am. I know I am. The gummy ship. Look at this. Look at this amazing, amazing technological marvel. Speaking of Marvel, we got that Avengers Endgame next month, huh? Nearly just a month away. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Gonna purchase some nice Thor merchandise and head over to that midnight screening that is not really a midnight screening since it's 7 o'clock. Well, I might go to the 7 o'clock, I might go to the 10 o'clock, I don't know, I'd rather go to the 10 o'clock personally, just because of the atmosphere. But I also would like to see it as soon as possible, like I did with us. I was glad that I caught such an early showing for the preview screening of that. The theater was terrible though. I watched it in Santa Barbara. Wow, that was this. And don't get me wrong, I love Santa Barbara, beautiful place. But, that was a bad theater. At least the one that was showing us. There is a really good theater there called the Arlington Theater. And if it's showing, if you're ever in Santa Barbara and it's showing a movie that you like, I highly recommend going to that one. The one I went to was a Metro 4 theater, I believe, and it was not great. It was not great. There was a ton of seating, but the only problem is that the seats did not recline. Because 99% of movie theaters now have recliners as their seats. And it's not so much that I use the reclining feature as I just enjoy the space. I enjoy the leg space that you get with the reclinable too. And then, you know, probably the worst part for me about the whole theater going experience for us was that a couple sat next to me, and there was one seat between myself and the couple. But the problem was that the guy's girlfriend was on her phone the entire. It's so annoying. It was just the worst because I'm trying to watch the movie, and out of the corner of my eye, all I see is a bright blue light, and it was so frustrating. Until I finally got mad enough to tell the guy. You know, I mean, not the guy. The guy just kind of tried to be a tough dude after the movie and give me a look. But anyways, I told the girl, like, seriously, get the fuck off your phone. I'm trying to watch the movie. You know, if you really cannot go that long without whatever unimportant matter you're talking about to somebody, please leave. Because it's so obnoxious. I have a rule. And yes, I take movies too seriously, but I will not go to the movies with you if you text during movies. That pisses me off so much. Be considerate. Just don't do it. I mean, it's so simple. Nothing is going to happen if you don't look at your phone for 2 hours. Nothing. If it's an emergency, I'm sure it warrants a phone call, not a text message. So, just some food for thought there. And then the seating wasn't reserved either. I mean, I got there early enough to where I got good seats, but I like reserved seating because you know, things happen sometimes, and if unforeseen circumstances do arise, I like to know that my seats are safe. And then, the weirdest thing about the theater was that the bathrooms were upstairs. They were above the auditoriums, and you could hear like the advertisements. It was really strange.
Good timing. Give me a hand, will you?
Gotta spruce this place up for the games.
I gotta spruce this place up for the games.
For the games. Yeah, no problem, Phil. Not Danny DeVito. It's way too heavy.
It's way too heavy.
What? Too heavy? Since when have you been such a little... Oh, wrong guy. What are you doing here? This here's the world-famous Coliseum. Heroes only.
Heroes only.
And I got my hands full preparing for the games.
So
run along, pipsqueaks.
Oh,
it's
man.
like this. Heroes
Phil
are
was
coming
such a
from
misogynist
all
in
over to
Hercules
fight
that it was
ferocious
disgusting.
monsters right here in the Coliseum.
He was a creep in the movie. Honestly, he really was. I watched Hercules last year, and it's really, really weird how he talks to Meg and the way he treats her. It's very off-putting.
That front?
What's so funny? I fought a bunch of monsters.
Hey, if you can't even move this,
Need some help there, Phil? Huh?
you
Doesn't look like you're getting
force
anywhere.
yourself.
Maybe if all four of us push it, we can move it.
The hero.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Okay, so it takes more than brawn. Well, let's see what you can do.
You want to see what I can do? Oh, I can destroy barrels with the best of them, Phil. That's what I can do. And then maybe when I've destroyed those barrels, you'll let me compete in the games! Oh, I knew I had a great ability ready, and I do because I have Stun Impact.
Come on!
Which, by the way, is one of 3 finishers for second form in Kingdom Hearts 3. And second form, I highly recommend playing with the Kingdom Key just for second form because you get Kingdom Hearts 2 abilities like Aerial Finish, Magnet Burst, and Explosion. All of which are some of the greatest abilities to ever grace Kingdom Hearts. The combos in Kingdom Hearts 2 are just so phenomenal.
This is it! Come on!
Please, oh, of course. Of course! No, 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 no. Sora, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. Sora! No, no, no! Okay, okay. This is not how this was supposed to go.
Fire!
Really? I actually beat the clock.
You know,
Wow.
you ain't bad,
Okay.
kid.
I'll take it.
Looks like I'm headed for the games.
Yeah, I'm totally headed for the
Afraid not.
games.
Why not?
2 words. You guys ain't heroes.
Come on!
Wanna be a real hero? Start by mastering this spell. Thunder, oh good. Excellent. That's actually really helpful. Thank you, Phil. His name Phyllis. I don't know, he has a full name in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, not Kingdom Hearts. He has a full name in, you know, God. In Hercules, Jesus. I don't know why that took me so long to remember. So embarrassing. Alright, let's get out of here since Phil is being a gatekeeper.
Rather a stubborn old goat, wouldn't you say?
Who are you?
Oh, hey, hold on there, Fuzzboy. Wait, let me guess. You want to enter the games, right? Well then, hey, get a load of this.
A pass?
It's all yours. Good luck, kid. I'm pulling for you, little shorty.
Oh, James Woods, what a guy. What a generous man he is. Thank you, James Woods. Let's give it up for James Woods, everybody. What a guy. And again, of course, when I say let's give it up for James Woods, I mean let's give it up for James Woods. And his voice acting as Hades. Not let's give it up for James Woods and his, how do we say, controversial political opinions. How did I get this? Because I'm Sora. And that's Donald, and that's Goofy. And that's how we got the pass. And now we're ready for the games! Alright. Here we go.
Come on!
Come on!
Hopefully nobody dies, but you know, with Donald here, he's probably going to. I'm asking too much. I know I am. Oh, Mr. Strife, Cloud. What a cool guy Cloud is. What a cool guy Cloud is. You know, I've said before that when I was in elementary and my friend first told me about Kingdom Hearts, and he told me that it was a combination, like the basic premise was that it was Disney mixed with Final Fantasy, and I thought, wow, that is ridiculous. At that point, the only Final Fantasy game I had played was Final Fantasy VII. And I don't regret it at all, because it was easily the best one.
Oh yeah!
Cloud, Aerith, Sephiroth, Tifa, such timeless characters.
Come on!
The only Final Fantasy game I had played, but I knew characters like Leon and Yuffie. And then the Kingdom Hearts 2 was Cypher and Vivi. Like, I knew who they were, but I didn't play all of the Final Fantasy games.
That's the power of the Keyblade!
Was aware of their existence, I guess. I did, however, know all of the Disney movies. Because I am, quote-unquote, a Disney shill. Oh, hold up, excuse me. I think my boss is here. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse.
Nothing to it.
No big deal, I just got my check for $20,000 to praise Dumbo this Friday. No big deal. Includes annual passes to Disneyland. Tell your friends. I wish. I honestly would do anything to be a Disney show. Like, they wouldn't even need to pay me. They wouldn't need to pay me to be a show, if that were the case. They would just need to give me 4 annual passes to Disneyland, and we would be good. We would be good, and I would praise every single thing that they did. They wouldn't need to send me money.
That little punk is your
at
next
all.
opponent, okay?
They would just
blow it.
need
Just
to give
take
me
'em out.
those passes, and we would be good.
The great god of the underworld is afraid of
And
a
you
kid?
know what? I'm a sellout. I would totally do it.
Sorry,
You don't
but my
believe me? You could
contract
ask my
says...
friend.
I know!
Victor.
You think I don't know?
He knows
I
I
wrote the
would.
contract. I
He
know it
knows.
says you're only required to kill Hercules in this tournament. But you gotta fight that kid to get to him. Come on.
Phil looks like he's in a Zack Snyder
Hey, it's like
movie.
that
He's
old
so
goat says.
desaturated.
Rule number 11. It's all just a game. So let loose and have fun with it.
Oh,
I mean, a
James
casualty
Woods,
or
what
two
a
along the
guy.
way. It's no big deal, right?
Stiffer than the stiffs back home.
Stiffer than the stiffs back home. Still, suckers like him are hard to come by.
Match 6, big one. Aha, you missed, except the fire one got. Oh, look, both Donald and Goofy are down. Who could have seen this coming? Surely not me. Come on.
Come on!
Oh,
Come
blasphemy.
We did it!
We did it! Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. Cloud scares me. He really does. He's such an intimidating presence. Oh god. Goofy. Oh, but I have guard, so maybe. Very important thing for this Cloud fight if you want to
Best you can do?
beat him just for pride, because that's really all this fight is. You don't lose anything if you lose to him, but after Cloud does that sort of ground attack and he stabs the Buster Sword
That's the
into
best you
the
can
ground, only get a 2-hit combo on him. If you go for the 3, there's a good chance that he gets a good hit in on you.
do? That's the best you can do?
So I would not recommend getting greedy.
That's the best you can do?
Come on, Cloud. You're dictating the fight here, buddy. You are controlling the flow. This is all you.
That's the best you can do?
Oh, look, Donald's back to die in 2 seconds. Ah, crap. Cloud, please. Okay, I got greedy there and he just kind of was ready to parry. Thankfully, he did not make me look like an idiot. Oh, Goofy's back to die. Oh god, okay. Wow. That's a pleasant surprise.
Oh my
Okay, I was gonna cut the stream there, but you know what, since this is the end of the Coliseum, I'm just gonna finish it. We're gonna take out Cerberus, and we're gonna do it because I'm not afraid. Because we're Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And we're gonna go in there, we're gonna win this thing. We want the ball and we're gonna score. That's how it is.
Kid, I got 2 words of advice for you. Attack!
Thank you, not Danny DeVito. This is such an annoying boss fight, and it can honestly be one of the most difficult in the game, depending on your level and difficulty you're playing on. Kind of has the same problem as the Trickmaster, where the hitbox is not very favorable, and the height of Cerberus definitely works against you. Oh god. Oh, and then this attack is annoying. Basically, the strategy for this fight is dodge roll the entire time. You can deflect these little fireball things, but it's really not worth it most of the time. I mean, it gives you tech points, so it's kind of worth it. Oh, okay. No! I got lucky. No! Oh, Jesus. Ha! Ha! Yeah! Oh, no. Cerberus. Oh wow, that was a wonderful thing. Note to self: do not do that. Oh, of course,
Come on!
Yeah, there it is. Learn scan. Okay, see, there it is. We're done.
Thus, I do hereby dub thee junior heroes and confer upon thee full rights and privileges to participate in the games. Further...
Hey, what do you mean, junior heroes?
You rookies still don't understand what it takes to be a true hero.
So, what does it take?
Well, that's just
We're still
something you'll have
junior
to find out
heroes
for
after
yourself.
doing a job that Hercules clearly
Just
could
the
not
way
do.
that I did.
No problem. We'll start by proving ourselves in the games.
There ain't gonna
Hercules'
be any
voice
games
in
for a
this game
while.
is really kind
Gotta
of
clean up the mess from
distracting.
that last battle first.
Especially after Kingdom Hearts
Okay,
3, because they
we'll be
actually
back.
got Tate Donovan to voice him. So having this
I still
imposter
can't believe that squirt
just sounds
actually
so
beat
awkward.
Cerberus.
Just between us, I'd already worn Cerberus down by the time the little guy jumped in.
The
My
little guy.
lips are sealed.
Okay, Herc. Okay. obtained hero license. And we are going to save the game here because the gummy ship to Deep Jungle... Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad, but I would have to go through the first couple cutscenes of Deep Jungle, and I don't want to do that because that world really frustrates me. So, this has been Kingdom Hearts final mix of my very, very special Kingdom Hearts Revisited series, where I am playing through the entire series because I don't want to run Kingdom Hearts 3 into the ground, even though it is so clearly the best game in the series. And we're just waiting for critical mode because it's going to be so good, because the game is already good, and critical mode is just going to make it even that much better. And I'm so excited, so we're just going to go through my favorite game series of all time. And, you know, I hope for the 4 people watching that it is enjoyable to watch as much as it is enjoyable for me to play, because I really do love these games, and I hope that, if anything, that my passion for these games is something that shines through. So, thank you for watching Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.